Chosen ones, this moment is no accident. If you're watching, it's because God has led you here to step into your true power and proclaim the truth of your divine calling. You are chosen, and it's time to make that known to the world, no matter the cost. The time for hiding is over. God is urging you to boldly declare that you are chosen. No more holding back, no more fear. The time to stand tall and reveal your purpose to the world is now. The things you've been waiting for, praying for, and desiring are all coming together. But first, you must take one final step. Reveal your truth to everyone around you. Don't worry about those who doubt, mock, or question you. This is your moment to walk fully into your divine calling. When you make it public, God will take over, proving to the world that you are chosen. Before we delve into this life-changing message, take a moment to pause this video, hit that like button, subscribe to help us reach 1,000 subscribers, and leave a comment with the number 11. This number will amplify the energy of this message, sending a powerful signal to the universe. And remember, if you are truly a chosen one, you'll stay with us until the end of this video. Now take a deep breath and let this truth sink in. This is your time to rise. Let's dive in. God is calling you to step into the light and boldly proclaim that you are chosen, regardless of what the world may think. It doesn't matter how intimidating or costly the journey may seem. This is the moment to stand tall and show the world your divine purpose. God has placed something extraordinary within you, and now is the time to let that truth shine through. No matter what fears or risks you face, remember, this isn't just a personal declaration. It's about fulfilling the divine purpose God has intricately designed for your life. When you reveal your chosenness, you're stepping into the authority and destiny God has set before you. Don't allow anyone or anything to hold you back from showing the world that you are chosen. You are not just another face in the crowd. You are handpicked for something far greater. It's time to rise and walk boldly in your divine purpose. You may fear judgment, rejection, or being laughed at, but know this: God's plan for you is unstoppable. The world may mock you, but it will be through your boldness that God will demonstrate His power. By revealing your truth, you are showing the world that you trust God's plan for your life, no matter the challenges you face. Have you ever wondered why it feels so difficult to openly declare that you are chosen? Why is it so challenging to speak up and let others know that you have been chosen for something greater? Often, the answer lies in fear, the fear of being misunderstood, judged, or even abandoned by those closest to you. The truth is, when God calls you, it's not always going to be easy, and not everyone will understand. But ask yourself this: why are you letting fear keep you silent? Is it because of what others might say or think? It's time to realize that the only opinion that matters is God's. You have been handpicked for a purpose, and it's your responsibility to share that purpose with the world. The longer you stay silent, the longer the world remains in the dark about your divine calling. God's purpose for you is unique, and it's meant to be shared. When you hold it in, you're not just keeping it from the world, you're limiting the impact it can have. So step forward with boldness, knowing that revealing your chosenness isn't about seeking approval from others. It's about honoring the Creator who has chosen you. Fear is one of the greatest obstacles that keeps us from stepping into our true calling. You might find yourself wondering, what if I fail? Or what if they laugh at me? The fear of ridicule or rejection can be paralyzing. But remember, fear is not from God. He has already equipped you with everything you need to walk confidently in your purpose. Think of the great leaders and visionaries in history. Many of them faced ridicule, mockery, and doubt. But what set them apart was their unwavering belief in their calling. They chose to walk in faith despite the fear. It wasn't easy, but their courage changed the world. and you too have that same potential. Your declaration of chosenness could be the catalyst for change, not just in your life, but in the lives of others. When you hesitate to declare your chosenness, you give power to fear. It's time to take that power back. By speaking out, you take control of your destiny. Fear will try to hold you back, but God's purpose for you is greater. When you boldly proclaim your chosenness, you are choosing faith over fear and walking confidently in the path God has set for you. God has given you a voice, and now is the time to use it. Don't hold back any longer. Speak it loudly, speak it proudly. The world needs to hear your truth, your purpose, your declaration that you are chosen. When you speak it out, you are not just affirming your own identity, you are activating a powerful shift in the spiritual realm. Your words carry the authority of God and the strength of His plan. It's time to break free from the fear of judgment and embrace the power of your voice. When you declare your chosenness, you are telling the world that you are unafraid to walk the path God has laid before you. No more hiding in the shadows. Step into the light and speak your truth with confidence. Your boldness will inspire others to do the same. The more you speak it, the more real it becomes. God's will for you is to be a witness to His glory, and that begins with your public declaration. Don't let fear rob you of the power that comes with speaking your truth. The world needs to hear that you are chosen, and God is waiting for you to step up and proclaim it. It's easy to stay silent in the presence of those who doubt you, whether they are your friends, family, or even strangers who try to bring you down. But God calls you to be bold, even in the face of opposition. Your parents, your friends, your critics, they all need to hear your declaration. When you openly declare your chosenness, it's not just a stand for yourself, but a proclamation of your trust in God's plan, regardless of the mockery or doubts of others. You might feel the sting of judgment, but always remember that declaring your chosenness isn't about gaining approval from others. It's about glorifying God and fulfilling His purpose in your life. By making this bold declaration, you'll witness how many lives are touched in the process. Those who once doubted will be amazed at how God moves in your life. This declaration is more than just a statement. It's a challenge. You're inviting the world to see you through God's eyes. And for those who continue to doubt, trust that in His perfect timing, He will show them His divine power. Your public declaration of being chosen is part of God's grand plan. One of the most paralyzing fears people face is the fear of rejection, the fear of being mocked, judged, or dismissed. But God's word is clear. He has chosen you for a purpose that cannot be deterred by the opinions of others. The fear of rejection may attempt to immobilize you, but it's time to rise above that fear. Just as Jesus faced rejection from those closest to Him, He never wavered from His mission. He continued moving forward, knowing His purpose was far greater than the opinions surrounding Him. You must follow His example. The truth that you carry is far more valuable than any criticism you might encounter. By trusting in God's plan, you will see how He transforms today's rejection into tomorrow's breakthrough. Remember, rejection doesn't define your worth. It refines your purpose. Every moment of mockery or judgment you face is an opportunity for God's glory to shine even brighter in your life. Don't let fear of rejection hold you back. Embrace your chosenness with pride, for you reflect God's greatness. Declaring your chosenness isn't just about speaking up. It's about making a bold statement that nothing and no one can take away. By revealing your calling, you're inviting God's intervention into every area of your life. This is a pivotal moment. It's not about seeking attention for yourself. It's about fulfilling God's purpose for you. The power of revealing your calling publicly cannot be overstated. It shifts everything, especially in the spiritual realm. Your declaration holds the power to transform your life. This declaration acts like a key, opening doors you never thought were possible. The world may not comprehend it now, but once God's will manifests in your life, even the skeptics will be left in awe. By making your calling known, you aren't just declaring your identity. You are stepping into the divine authority that God has entrusted to you. Public revelation isn't about gaining approval from others. It's about being obedient to God's command. When you speak your truth boldly, you align yourself with God's will. And when you do, prepare to see Him work wonders in your life, proving His power to the world. There will always be doubters, people who cannot see the greatness God has placed within you. But that should not prevent you from shining. You were chosen for something extraordinary, and now it's time to show it. When you boldly declare your chosenness, you're not only making a statement, you're proving to the world that God's power is real. God knows what you're experiencing. He understands your struggles, your doubts, and your battles. But when you declare your chosenness, you are showing the world that you trust in God. When you step out in faith, God will show up in powerful ways, leaving doubters speechless. Your bold declaration is the first step in proving to everyone that you are truly chosen by God. You don't need to convince anyone with words. Your life, your actions, and your faith will speak louder than any argument could. God will take care of the rest. You may be in the midst of a tough season right now, struggling financially, battling health issues, or dealing with emotional pain. But don't let these struggles prevent you from declaring your chosenness. God knows exactly where you are and what you're going through. He sees the sleepless nights, the doubts, and the frustrations. But He's telling you now that these struggles will not define you. When you reveal your chosenness, you're opening the door for God to step into your situation and turn things around. Your declaration is an act of faith, and God is pleased with your faith. Trust that when you declare your chosenness, He will move mountains for you. Your struggles are real, but God's power is greater. By stepping out in faith, you're showing the world that you believe God can do the impossible in your life. There will always be those who doubt you. There will always be those who question your potential and your purpose. But today, God says He will prove them wrong. When you declare that you are chosen, God will show the world that His plan for you is unstoppable. Trust in God's timing and know that His plan for you is perfect. While you may not see the entire picture now, God does, and He is working behind the scenes to show the doubters that what He's placed in you is real. Your faithfulness will be rewarded, and those who mocked you will be stunned by God's power. Trust that God will show up in ways that will leave everyone speechless. You don't have to defend your purpose. God will fight that battle for you. When you declare your chosenness, you give God permission to work miracles in your life. Doubt is natural. Everyone faces moments where they question their ability to fulfill their calling. But when you declare your chosenness, something extraordinary happens. Doubt begins to fade, and faith begins to rise. When you speak your truth, you activate a powerful force in the spiritual realm that drives doubt away and invites God's truth to take its place. This act of declaration is more than a simple statement. It's a shift in the atmosphere. When you speak with conviction, you align your heart with God's purpose for your life. And as you do so, your doubts will fade into the background, and God's promises will become more real than ever before. Don't hesitate to declare your truth, even when doubt tries to creep in. With every word you speak, you're strengthening your faith and inviting God to take the lead in your life. The world won't know that you are chosen unless you tell them. Your voice, your testimony, your truth, they all matter. It's not about boasting or seeking attention. It's about declaring the reality of God's plan for your life. When you speak your truth, you give others a chance to see God's power in action. How will people know you are chosen if you remain silent? Your testimony could be the very catalyst that transforms someone else's life. Don't hold back. Speak out and make it known who you are and the purpose God has assigned to you. You were never meant to remain silent. Your chosenness is a gift, and the world is in desperate need of hearing about it. Don't deny others the opportunity to experience God's greatness through you. This isn't solely about you. It's about fulfilling God's purpose for your life. His plan extends far beyond your personal desires and dreams. It is part of a larger narrative that involves impacting others. When you reveal that you are chosen, you align yourself with God's divine will, and there is nothing more powerful than walking in His purpose. Declaring your chosenness is not just an act of obedience. It's an invitation for God to move in your life. This proclamation is a key that unlocks doors, creates opportunities, and sets the stage for God to manifest His power. When you step into your divine calling, you align with His plan, and blessings will follow. Keep in mind that God has provided everything you need to carry out His will. You are not alone in this journey. Trust that each step you take is part of His perfect plan. Making your chosenness public is not merely about gaining attention. It's about positioning yourself to receive God's intervention and blessings. Publicity, in this sense, isn't about seeking fame, but rather about opening the door for God to move in remarkable ways. When you declare your chosenness, you are setting the stage for God's involvement in your life in ways that will astound everyone. God works on His own timeline and in His own way. Trust His process. Your declaration is a part of His plan, and when you speak out, you are allowing Him to intervene at the right time. It's not about forcing things to happen. It's about trusting God's timing and letting Him work in ways you never thought possible. His intervention will leave you and those around you in awe. Rest assured that His plan is unfolding, and your declaration is the first step in witnessing His miracles come to life. This is the moment you've been waiting for. It's time to fully embrace your divine calling. Don't hold back any longer. You've been chosen for a purpose, and now it's time to let everyone know. The fears, doubts, and insecurities, they no longer have control over you. God has chosen you, and that is all that matters. By accepting and making your calling known, you're not only changing your life, you're changing the world. Your chosenness isn't just about you. It's about fulfilling God's plan on earth. Move forward with boldness and confidence, knowing that the Creator of the universe is with you every step of the way. It's time to step into your destiny, proclaim your chosenness with pride, and trust that God's will is unfolding powerfully in your life. The world needs to hear your story. Now is the time to make it known to everyone. God is urging you now more than ever to declare your chosenness with pride. You might have been holding back, fearful of what others might think or how they might respond. But God is telling you now to reveal the truth. No more hiding, no more second-guessing. The world needs to hear your declaration. You were chosen for a purpose much greater than yourself, and it's your responsibility to walk into that role. It doesn't matter who doubts you or tries to discourage you. The people who mock you, those who want to see you fall, they need to hear your voice the most. By declaring your chosenness, you're showing them and the world that nothing can thwart God's plan for your life. This is your moment to shine, to stand tall, and prove to everyone around you that you are not ordinary. You are chosen by God. This isn't just a casual statement. It's a public declaration of faith, hope, and trust in God's timing. It is an act of obedience that will silence your enemies and make them realize that God's hand is upon you. When you reveal this truth, it will open doors that were once shut and break down barriers that have been in your way. God understands your struggles, your financial challenges, health battles, and the emotional pain you carry. But He says, "Don't worry, I've got you." Reveal your truth now and watch as I prove your doubters wrong. The moment you speak up, God will begin working in your life, showing everyone who tried to hold you back that you are indeed chosen. You've been chosen, and now it's time to make that public. It's time to declare it to everyone, to speak it out loud and clearly. Your chosenness is not meant to be kept silent. It's meant to be shared for all to hear. God is calling you to speak it boldly, with confidence and with faith in your heart. You might be worried about others' opinions, but God asks, what's more important, your fear or my plan? When you speak up, you're not just telling people about your journey. You are telling the world that you trust God's purpose for your life, and that nothing, no matter how difficult, can stand in the way of His will. Yes, even your critics, those who want to see you fail, need to hear this truth. Their doubt will not stop you. In fact, revealing your chosenness to them is exactly what will shake their beliefs and make them question their assumptions. Remember, God knows every detail of your life. He sees your struggles, your pain, and your fears. He knows why you've hesitated to declare your chosenness, because of your fear of judgment, mockery, or rejection. But God is saying, don't worry. It's my responsibility to prove them wrong. I will handle the rest. This declaration is not only for your benefit, it's for God's glory. Your obedience to speak up will bring about a divine shift in your life. The moment you speak, everything changes. Watch how the environment around you begins to shift. You will see the skeptics who doubted you turn their hearts and minds towards God's power and truth. God is not asking you to keep your chosenness a secret. This isn't a private matter. It's a public truth that must be shared with the world. When you reveal to everyone that you are chosen, you are not only announcing your purpose, but also honoring God for His hand in your life. It is a testimony to His faithfulness and the power He has bestowed upon you. The people around you need to hear your story. Your critics, your detractors, the ones who have turned their backs on you and doubted your potential. Allow them to witness it, and let them see how God has prepared you for greatness. By publicly acknowledging your chosenness, you are demonstrating that nothing can thwart God's plan for you. The rejection you've experienced will no longer hold any influence over you. In fact, your declaration will be the very thing that makes them recognize God's presence and power in your life. Making your chosenness known is also the key to unlocking opportunities that once seemed out of reach. God's purpose is bigger than any obstacle or limitation you may face. When you publicly declare that you are chosen, you are opening the door for God to step into your circumstances and create possibilities beyond your imagination. God understands the fear you may feel when considering revealing your chosenness. The fear of rejection, mockery, or backlash might be overwhelming. But God reassures you, He is right there with you. It is His responsibility to prove them wrong and show that His plan for you cannot be stopped. Place your trust in Him and declare boldly, your truth is powerful. Now is the time to embrace the calling God has placed on your life. By proclaiming that you are chosen, you are not only speaking about yourself, but you are declaring God's might, His favor, and His divine will for your life. The world needs to hear that you are chosen, because your testimony has the power to bring them hope, encouragement, and faith in the greatness of God. You may have some reservations. What if they laugh at you or mock your words? But God says, don't worry about their opinions. This is for my glory, not yours. You were selected for this purpose, and God is providing you with the strength and courage to speak it boldly. Your critics, the ones who want to see you fail, they are the very people who need to hear your declaration. This is not the moment to shrink back in fear. Stand tall, stand firm, and declare that you are chosen. Let those around you know that you are walking in alignment with God's will. And when you do, watch as a shift takes place. Those who doubted you will be rendered speechless. They will witness God's power unfolding in your life, and they will be compelled to acknowledge the truth of your chosenness. God sees the challenges you face. He knows your financial struggles, your health battles, and the weight of your emotional burdens. But He is saying today, I have chosen you, and there is no need to fear. Trust me to show the doubters that my plan for you is unstoppable. God's purpose for your life is profound, and it's time to let that purpose be seen by the world. By revealing your chosenness, you are not simply making a faith declaration. You are actively participating in God's plan. You are fulfilling a higher purpose by announcing to everyone that you have been chosen for greatness, that you have been set apart by God. It's easy to keep your truth to yourself, to remain silent due to fear or potential backlash. But God says, now is the time to speak out. Don't let the fear of mockery or judgment silence you. When you speak about your chosenness, you are giving God the chance to step in and prove everyone who doubted you wrong. This public declaration is a testimony to God's goodness and power. It is a statement that, no matter the trials you face, you trust in God's plan for your life. Your chosenness isn't just for you, it's about revealing God's glory through you. And when you speak the truth of your chosenness, you invite God to move in ways that will leave everyone in awe. God understands the fears you carry. He knows that speaking up might make you feel exposed or vulnerable, but He is telling you, I am with you. Do not be afraid. Step out in faith and watch how God honors your obedience. There's a voice inside of you that has been yearning to be heard. It's the voice of your chosenness, the voice of your divine calling. This is the moment to let that voice resonate in the world. Speak it out loud. Tell everyone that you are chosen by God. No more keeping it hidden. This is your time to declare your truth to the world with confidence and boldness. Regardless of who doubts you or who has ridiculed you in the past, this is the time to proclaim God's plan over your life. And when you do, watch how your adversaries are left in shock, and they will have no choice but to acknowledge the power of God in your life. Your chosenness will speak for itself, and nothing will be able to obstruct it. God's plan for you is far greater than any challenges you have faced. He knows your struggles, your pain, and your difficulties, but He also knows the immense greatness He has placed inside of you. By declaring your chosenness, you are aligning yourself with God's will and opening the door for His blessings to flow freely into your life. This moment is not about you. It is about revealing God's glory through you. Fear will try to silence you, but you have the power to overcome it. God has equipped you with the strength to rise and declare your chosenness, and He will be with you every step of the way. Your life is a testimony of God's grace and power, and now is the time to let the world witness it. When you boldly declare that you are chosen by God, you are not merely sharing your journey. You are proving to others that God's plan for your life is unstoppable. Each time someone doubts you, every time someone mocks you, remember that your declaration will outshine their criticism. It doesn't matter who doubts you. It doesn't matter if people think you're foolish or if they don't believe in the calling God has placed on your life. What matters is that you are chosen by the Creator of the universe, and His plans will always prevail. Your declaration of chosenness will silence the voices of doubt and fear, both inside and outside of you. God sees you. He knows your fears, your limitations, and the challenges you face. But He is saying to you, I have chosen you, and I will prove it to the world. When you step out in faith and make this declaration publicly, you allow God to move in mighty ways that will leave your critics stunned. Your chosenness is a powerful tool for God's glory. When you reveal it, you invite God's will to shine through you in ways that will inspire and uplift others. Keep moving forward in faith and watch as God works wonders in your life. Your path is unique, and God is calling you to share your truth with the world. It's time to stop hiding and begin revealing that you are chosen. God has a purpose for your life, and He wants you to walk in boldness, trusting that His plan surpasses anything you could ever imagine. By declaring that you are chosen, you are affirming your faith in God's ability to perform miracles in your life. This is not about pride. This is about obedience. God is asking you to speak out and let the world know that you are chosen. Even those who have mocked, criticized, or wished harm upon you, let them hear the truth. Let them witness the power of God's plan unfolding in your life. They may have tried to hold you back, but God is telling you, it's time to reveal your truth. God understands your struggles. He knows the financial burdens, the health issues, the emotional pain, and the fears that try to keep you trapped. But He is saying, do not fear. Trust in me. I will show them they are wrong. Your declaration of chosenness will open doors that no one can shut, and it will silence the voices that have tried to hold you back. When you step out in faith, you're not just sharing your own journey. You are showcasing God's power and His ability to transform any situation. Trust in His timing and His plan, and watch how your life transforms as you reveal your chosenness to the world. The moment has arrived for you to make a declaration that will shake the very foundation of your life. You are chosen, and God is calling you to make that truth known. Your journey has not been easy, but it has been guided by God's divine purpose. By proclaiming your chosenness, you will honor God and also honor your own story and the challenges you've overcome. The critics, the doubters, and the mockers, let them hear this truth. Show them that nothing can thwart God's plan for your life. By revealing your chosenness, you are preparing the stage for God to perform miraculous works in your life. This is your chance to demonstrate to the world that you are not defined by the opinions of others, but by the divine calling God has placed on your life. God knows your deepest fears. He sees the obstacles in your path and understands why you have been hesitant to speak out. But He is telling you, I will prove them wrong. Your chosenness is not about you. It is for His glory. When you step forward and boldly declare your chosenness, you will witness the impossible becoming possible. Watch as your life changes when you place your trust in God and speak your truth. His power will manifest in every aspect of your life, and your declaration will be the first step in experiencing divine revelation and blessings. Chosen ones, what I am about to share with you might catch you off guard, but it is essential that you hear this message. If you are watching this right now, it is no accident. God has brought you here for a specific purpose. At exactly 3 a.m. tonight, something profound is about to take place in your life. God is calling you to remain awake. This is not a random moment. It is a divine invitation, a sacred encounter with God reserved for the 1% who are chosen. You are one of them, and God is about to reveal something that will transform everything. This is not a coincidence, and it is not the time for you to be asleep. God wants to meet with you, to guide you, and to speak directly to your spirit. This moment is far too significant to miss. It's not merely a shift. It's a divine meeting that will unveil powerful truths and open doors you've long been waiting for. But you must be awake, alert, and ready to receive the blessings that God has prepared for you. Before we dive into this life-changing revelation, take a moment to pause the video and do 3 things. Hit that like button, subscribe to help us reach 1,000 subscribers, and leave a comment with the number 99. Tonight at 3 a.m., make sure you are awake and prepared to meet with God. This is your appointed time, and it is reserved solely for the chosen ones. Don't let it pass you by. At exactly 3 a.m. tonight, something extraordinary is set to happen. It is as if time itself has aligned with God's will. This isn't just another hour in the night. It is a sacred time that has been specifically designated for you. God is inviting you to remain awake, to be in His presence. There's a call here, a call to something far greater than sleep. The heavens are open, and you are being given the rare and precious opportunity to connect with the Creator. Don't miss this opportunity. Why is 3 a.m. so special? This time has often been referred to as the witching hour, but for those who are spiritually awakened, it is the moment when God draws near. It is the time when the veil between the earthly and the divine is thinnest. God wants to meet with you during this sacred hour, a time filled with spiritual significance. When you stay awake at 3 a.m., you are not just resisting sleep. You are expressing your readiness to participate in something far beyond yourself. The Lord is not asking you to stay awake for no reason. There is a divine purpose behind this hour. He desires to speak to you, to comfort you, and to reveal something that will radically change your life. It could be a word of hope, a message of encouragement, or a profound insight into your future. Whatever it is, it will be life-altering. Stay awake and remain present. This is your moment with God. Imagine a situation where God, the Creator of all, specifically selects you for a private meeting. It's not planned, and it's certainly not expected, but it will be one of the most meaningful encounters of your life. You are chosen, and tonight at 3 a.m., you have a divine appointment that is simply not to be missed. This meeting will be unlike any other, filled with love, peace, and the most profound revelations you can imagine. In the busy rush of our daily lives, we often forget that God desires to meet us. We get caught up in routines and distractions, unaware that there's a divine presence waiting for us to pause, listen, and receive. Tonight, God is calling you to stop and listen. He wants to speak directly to you. This encounter will not only be unexpected, but will also transform your life. When God calls you, it is never by accident. This invitation is for a select few, the spiritually prepared ones. It's a unique moment in time when the divine reaches out to you. Don't let this opportunity slip by. Embrace the invitation, and your life will never be the same again. Out of billions of people on earth, only a select few are spiritually attuned to God's calling. You may be wondering, am I one of the chosen ones? The truth is that God has handpicked specific souls for a deeper connection, and tonight, you might be one of that 1%. It is no coincidence that you are reading this now. It is not by accident that you are being encouraged to stay awake. This moment is for you. Being part of the 1% doesn't mean you are better than others. It means that God has seen something special in you, a heart that seeks Him and a spirit willing to listen. You may have felt the pull in your heart recently, waking up at 3 a.m. when everyone else is asleep. Those moments are not random. They are God's way of preparing you for this divine meeting. The 1% refers to those ready to be transformed by God's presence. You are a part of something much larger than you realize. You have been chosen for this moment because of your faith, your heart, and your spiritual readiness. Tonight at 3 a.m., God is calling you. Don't hesitate. Step into this sacred moment with a heart full of anticipation. Why 3 a.m.? Why is this specific time so significant when the world is asleep? 3 a.m. is not just any time. It's when God calls His most faithful followers, those willing to set aside their comfort to hear His voice. It's a time of deep connection, when distractions are minimal and your soul can focus purely on the divine. The reason God calls you at this hour is because He wants to speak directly to your heart. There's something specific He wants to reveal to you, something that can't be communicated when the world is busy and full of noise. At 3 a.m., you have a sacred space of quiet where you can hear God's voice clearly. This is a moment of divine clarity, where His guidance and love will pour into your heart without interruption. Perhaps you've been searching for answers, or maybe you've been wrestling with doubts about your path in life. 3 a.m. is when God will answer. Stay awake because He is reaching out to give you the clarity you need. This is your moment, chosen one. The time has come for you to receive the divine answers you've been longing for. God's love for you is limitless, immeasurable, and beyond all comprehension. It's the kind of love that doesn't merely wait for you to approach Him, but actively seeks to connect with you. At precisely 3 a.m. tonight, God is extending a personal invitation directly to you. This call isn't just another moment in time. It is an invitation that is born from deep love, a love that transcends the ordinary, reaching out to you in ways you've never experienced before. You are the one He desires to speak to, and He is ready to share His wisdom and love with you. This is a deeply personal invitation. It is meant for no one else but you. Out of all the people in the world, God has chosen you to experience His love and to hear His guidance. You are not forgotten. You are seen, cherished, and valued. God's love for you is so great that He is offering you this meeting at a time when the world is quiet, just so He can speak directly to you. Tonight, at 3 a.m., you will have the opportunity to experience God's love in a very real and tangible way. This is not simply a vague emotion or an abstract idea. It is a powerful and transformative encounter that will leave a lasting impact on your life. Don't miss this opportunity. Don't let your heart be closed to this divine invitation. God is calling you with open arms, ready to pour His love into your heart. Tonight is different from any other night. Tonight, God is calling you to rise above your usual habits and stay awake, so you can fully experience what He has in store for you. If you've been waking up at 3 a.m. in recent days, this is not a random occurrence. God is trying to reach you. He is using this specific hour to get your attention and draw you closer to His divine plan for your life. This is a crucial moment. If you ignore it, you might miss out on a life-changing opportunity. Think of this like being invited to meet a dear friend or loved one after years of separation. You wouldn't sleep through that meeting, would you? You would prepare, be excited, and make sure you didn't miss the moment. This is no different. God is reaching out to you, and He doesn't want you to sleep through this invitation. He wants you to be alert, present, and ready to listen closely to what He has to say. At 3 a.m., when the world is still, you can hear God's voice without distractions. Your soul will be calm enough to truly hear Him. This time is incredibly precious. Don't let the routine of your life keep you from experiencing the extraordinary. Stay awake, stay ready, because something amazing is about to happen. Think about an appointment that you simply couldn't miss. Tonight, at 3 a.m., God has scheduled a divine appointment with you. This is a time that's been set apart, created specifically for you to meet with your Creator. It's not something you can reschedule or put off. It's a meeting that has the power to change the course of your life. Be present. Be alert. God doesn't work on our schedule. His timing is always perfect. And tonight, He's waiting to meet you. This appointment is not just a conversation. It's a profound encounter. It's a personal exchange of love, guidance, and wisdom. Whatever struggles you've been facing, whatever questions you have, tonight, God will provide the answers. This meeting will be like nothing you've ever experienced. It will be intimate, transformative, and filled with peace. You will leave with clarity and understanding that only come from being in the presence of the divine. Don't miss this opportunity. Tonight, God is waiting for you. There's something sacred about the hour of 3 a.m. It's a time when the connection between heaven and earth is especially strong, when the veil between the two realms is at its thinnest. During this hour, God is close. and the spiritual energy is heightened. This moment is not random, it's intentional. Tonight, heaven is reaching down to meet you where you are. You may not fully understand why this time is significant, but you can feel the pull, this invitation. 3 a.m. is the sacred time when heaven's doors open and God extends his hand to you. This is the moment for miracles. This is the time for divine messages to be delivered, for your spirit to be lifted to new heights. Don't miss it. When heaven and earth align, it is an opportunity to experience spiritual clarity, renewal, and transformation. This is your time to be spiritually awake, to receive the messages God has prepared for you, and to walk forward in a deeper understanding of his plan for your life. The 3 a.m. hour is a gift. Embrace it fully. God doesn't call us to meet with him at the same hour every day. Moments like these are rare. Tonight, at 3 a.m., you have a rare opportunity to hear directly from God. This is a moment that doesn't come often, and the chance to converse with the Creator of the universe should not be taken lightly. This is a unique time when God is extending his grace and wisdom to you. How often do we long for guidance, clarity, or a deeper connection with God? Tonight, God is offering precisely what you've been searching for. He is ready to speak to you, to offer the guidance you need, and to ease the burden in your heart. Don't let this rare opportunity slip away. The clock is ticking, and this moment will never come again in the same way. God's whispers are soft but powerful, and they have the ability to change the course of your life. Stay awake, listen closely, and trust that tonight God wants to speak to you, to help you through your struggles, and lead you into a future filled with peace and purpose. This is a moment you cannot afford to miss. The encounter you are about to have with God is life-changing. When you meet with him at 3 a.m., you will receive insights that could transform your understanding of yourself, your life, and your future. These revelations may come in small, meaningful ways, but they will help you grow spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. Imagine standing before God, pouring out your heart, and receiving wisdom in return. That is what is possible tonight. God wants to reveal things to you, answers to questions you've long held, or a deeper understanding of your purpose. This encounter is not merely about exchanging words, it's about listening and receiving the wisdom that God wants to impart to you. It's about gaining insight into his divine plan for your life and learning how to walk more intimately with him. This moment will change you. It will provide you with the strength, clarity, and direction necessary to make decisions, heal, and move forward with unwavering courage. This is not just any encounter. It's a critical moment that will transform your life. Be ready to receive the revelation that is waiting for you. If you have been waking up at 3 a.m. lately, you might be wondering why. It's not just a random occurrence. God is trying to reach you. Waking up at this specific time signals that your soul is being awakened, preparing you for something significant. This is not a coincidence. This is a divine invitation to connect more deeply with your Creator. Many people experience this waking hour, but they fail to recognize its true significance. They may dismiss it as an inconvenience, but in reality, it's a special calling. God is using these moments to show you that He is present, and He desires to speak into your life. If you continue to experience this, it's a powerful spiritual sign that something important is about to unfold. Your soul is being awakened to God's calling. This is a sign that He is preparing you for an encounter that will change your perspective and bring you closer to your true purpose. Don't disregard these moments. They are divine invitations, and God is patiently waiting for you to respond. God is neither distant nor indifferent to your struggles. Tonight, at 3 a.m., He wants to hear all that you've been holding inside, the fears, the doubts, the questions, and the pain. God is present for it all. He invites you to pour your heart out to Him, to trust Him with the deepest parts of your soul. This is a sacred moment where you can be vulnerable and open. When you bring your struggles before God, He listens with love, compassion, and understanding. There is no judgment here, only deep empathy. God knows your circumstances even before you speak, but He desires for you to come and share your heart with Him. At 3 a.m. tonight, you have the chance to unload your burdens and find comfort in His presence. The peace that comes from sharing your worries with God is unparalleled. It's not a peace that the world can offer. It's a supernatural peace that calms your soul and restores you. Don't carry your burdens alone. God is waiting for you to bring them to Him, and He promises to lift your heart and give you the strength you need to move forward. There is a unique energy at 3 a.m., a time when your spirit is especially attuned to the divine. Being spiritually awake during this hour means being aware of the subtle ways in which God communicates with you. It's easy to overlook, but God often speaks in quiet whispers during the stillness of the night. This sacred moment is an invitation for you to awaken your spirit and listen attentively to what God is revealing. Being spiritually awake requires an open heart, a readiness to listen, and the willingness to act on what God says. If you've been spiritually dormant, now is the time to awaken. This hour holds the potential for a deeper connection with God, where you can clearly hear His voice and discern His will for your life. The world is quiet at this hour, but your soul is being called to the divine. Staying awake is not just a physical act, it is a spiritual one. It's a conscious decision to open your heart and mind to God's voice. By staying awake tonight, you are engaging in a sacred act of spiritual attentiveness, preparing yourself for the divine encounter that awaits. The window of opportunity to meet with God is open, but it will not last forever. This is your time. The 3 a.m. moment is a divine visit, a rare and special opportunity to meet your Creator in a personal, intimate way. Don't let it slip away. Embrace it fully. This divine encounter will shape your future, provide new insights, and bring you closer to your true purpose. We often seek signs, direction, and clarity. Tonight, here it is, God's divine invitation to meet you at 3 a.m. Life's distractions may make it easy to push this moment aside. But remember, sacred opportunities like this are rare. This is your time. Don't let it pass by. Take a deep breath and step into this moment. God is waiting to meet you. Don't let fear or uncertainty hold you back. Embrace this divine visit with open arms and a willing heart. It may be the most significant encounter of your life. The transformation you've been longing for is within reach. Tonight at 3 a.m., God is ready to speak into your life and offer the guidance you need to move forward. Whether you're facing a tough decision, seeking an answer, or desiring spiritual renewal, God is here to guide you. Transformation doesn't always come through dramatic moments. Sometimes it's the soft whispers of guidance from God that make the greatest impact. Be prepared to receive these gentle nudges tonight. By staying awake, you are making space for God to transform your life from the inside out. This is your moment. The guidance you receive tonight will empower you to live with greater clarity, purpose, and peace. Be open to the transformation that's about to unfold in your life. The 3 a.m. meeting with God will be a turning point in your spiritual journey. Get ready for it. Tonight marks a pivotal moment. 3 a.m. is when God is calling you to awaken from your spiritual slumber and embrace a new level of awareness. This isn't just another night. It's the beginning of a deeper relationship with God, one where your faith and understanding will grow exponentially. The call is clear, but it's up to you to answer. There are moments in life that change everything, and tonight is one of them. God is inviting you into a space of deep connection where your spirit will be awakened to new truths. You may have felt distant or disconnected from God, but tonight is when that distance will shrink and a stronger bond will form. By staying awake, you are consciously choosing to embrace a divine awakening. This awakening is not merely about receiving answers. It's about becoming more attuned to God's presence in your life. The more you open your heart to Him, the more His voice will guide you, offer you comfort, and reveal His plan for your life. It's not about simply staying physically awake. It's about being spiritually aware and present for what God wants to reveal to you. Answering God's call is an empowering choice. By embracing this spiritual awakening, you are stepping into a new phase of growth, purpose, and divine favor. Tonight marks the start of something extraordinary. Don't let it pass by. Have you been waiting for a sign, a word from God to help guide you through life's uncertainties? Tonight, God is offering you exactly that. At 3 a.m., He is extending a personal invitation to you. This invitation isn't for a gathering or a meeting. It's an invitation to a life-altering encounter with the Creator of the universe. And what's more, it's a one-on-one experience, specially crafted for you. Sometimes we expect divine guidance in certain ways, such as through people, events, or even dreams. But God's way of communicating with us is often much more intimate and direct. He desires to meet you right where you are and speak directly to your heart, not through others, but personally. This moment at 3 a.m. is your personal invitation to sit at the feet of God and hear His thoughts on your life, struggles, and future. God is never distant from us. In fact, He has been calling to you for some time now. But tonight, His call is louder and more urgent. He wants to hear from you as much as you long to hear from Him. Tonight, He is inviting you into an intimate conversation where you can ask, listen, and receive guidance in a way that will transform how you live your life. This is a rare opportunity, one that doesn't come often. You may have received invitations in the past, but this one is unique. God is calling you to something deeper, more profound. Answer His call now, for your life is about to take on a new significance. 3 a.m. isn't just a time of day. It's a sacred hour when heaven is closest to earth. During this hour, the gap between the physical and spiritual realms becomes smaller, allowing for a clearer connection with God. If you've ever wondered why you wake up at 3 a.m., or why God seems to speak more clearly during this time, it's because at this hour, the heavens are open, ready to receive your prayers and deliver divine messages. God has always communicated with His people at night, when the world is still, allowing His voice to resonate more deeply in the hearts of those who are awake to listen. This stillness allows uninterrupted communion with the Creator. While the world sleeps, God is ready to engage with those who are spiritually awake. He wants to speak into your life when the distractions of the day are behind you, leaving space for His work in your heart. The 3 a.m. hour holds a sacred power because it's a moment of complete surrender, both from God as He offers His wisdom and love, and from you as you open your heart to receive it. During this time, you have the chance to connect with God in a way unmatched by any other time of the day. The stillness invites clarity, and God's voice becomes sharper and more precise, offering the guidance you need. So when you wake up at 3 a.m., don't dismiss it. This is your chance to dive deeper into understanding God's will for your life. Heaven is speaking, and all you need to do is listen. In times of hardship, confusion, or pain, it's easy to feel lost or isolated. But God promises that He is always near, ready to provide comfort and peace when we need it the most. Tonight, at 3 a.m., He is offering you His embrace. This is a moment where God wants to pour His love into your heart and replace your anxiety with His peace. God understands your struggles and the burdens you carry. At 3 a.m., He invites you to come to Him and rest in His presence. In the quiet of the night, you can release the fears and worries that have been weighing you down. You don't have to bear them alone any longer. God is here to take them from you. During this sacred hour, you'll find peace in knowing that God is close. It's a time when His peace, one that surpasses all understanding, will fill your heart. He wants to comfort you, hold you near, and remind you that you are never alone. Whatever you are going through, He is with you, and He will always stand by your side. Take this time to surrender your worries and fears to Him. As you stay awake at 3 a.m., let His peace wash over you, providing the comfort you deeply need. Your heart is in His hands, and He will never fail to care for you. Are you seeking clarity in your life? Are you uncertain about the decisions ahead or the path you should take? Tonight at 3 a.m., God is offering you the clarity you've been longing for. This is the time for God to illuminate your path and give you the answers that lead to peace. Often we get lost in the noise of life, surrounded by many voices and pressured to make decisions. But God's voice is different. It is steady, clear, and brings understanding where once there was doubt. Tonight, God will guide you, offering wisdom and insight that will help you see the next steps in your journey. It's time to stop doubting and start trusting in the direction God is showing you. The clarity that God offers goes beyond answering your questions. It's a deeper sense of understanding and peace. You will start to see things from His perspective, and with that perspective comes freedom from uncertainty and worry. You can move forward confidently, knowing that you are walking in God's will. This is your moment. Don't let it slip away. Embrace God's guidance tonight and watch as the fog clears, revealing a clear path toward your purpose and peace. The 3 a.m. hour is not merely a time to stay awake. It serves as a sacred opportunity for contemplation and rejuvenation. While the world around you rests, you are invited to reflect on your life, your journey, and your connection with God. This is a moment for deep introspection, a chance to assess where you've been and where you are heading. God is calling you to look within, to identify areas in your life that are in need of renewal. Are there aspects where you have faltered? Are there spaces within your heart that require healing? This is a time to bring your brokenness before God and allow Him to restore you. Through this process of reflection and renewal, you will be replenished with spiritual peace and strength. Tonight, God is eager to meet you in this space of reflection and offer a fresh renewal for your tired soul. The past is behind you, and with God's help, you can move forward with a renewed sense of purpose, strength, and faith. Seize this moment to release anything that is holding you back and allow God to revitalize your spirit. This hour marks a time for new beginnings. Let the 3 a.m. moment serve as a time for profound renewal, where God revitalizes you and sets you on a path towards spiritual growth and transformation. In a world that is constantly in motion, God often speaks during the quietest moments. The stillness of the night, particularly at 3 a.m., provides the perfect backdrop for a powerful divine encounter. When the noise of the day fades, you will hear God's voice more clearly. He doesn't need a noisy crowd or a chaotic environment to communicate. All He requires is your attention. At 3 a.m., the world is calm, and so too is your mind. It is during this time that God can speak directly to your soul without any distractions. The stillness enables you to tune into His voice, comprehend His will, and receive the message He has been trying to communicate. God understands that in silence, you are more open to His guidance. This is why He frequently chooses the stillness of night to reveal His truth. The quietness provides a sacred environment for divine encounters, where God can speak uninterrupted. When you wake at 3 a.m., embrace the stillness, for it is in these moments that God's voice will resonate more clearly than ever. God is calling you to listen in the quiet. Don't rush to fill the silence with your thoughts or worries. Instead, allow the peace of the moment to invite God's presence into your life and listen carefully to what He has to reveal. There are times in life that define us, moments that shape our future and alter the course of our journey. The 3 a.m. hour is one of those defining moments. It is a time of transformation, when God is ready to change you from the inside out. He is waiting for you to show up and be transformed. God has been preparing you for this moment for a long time. Everything you've experienced, the challenges, the trials, and the victories, has led you to this very point. Now God is ready to elevate you to the next level. At 3 a.m., He will initiate a process of transformation that will bring you closer to the person He created you to be. This transformation is not just superficial, it is internal. God wants to reshape your heart, your thoughts, and your outlook on life. He seeks to make you a new creation, fully aligned with His will. Embrace this transformative moment, for it will mark the beginning of something extraordinary in your life. When God works within you, the changes are enduring. They go deep into your soul, fostering permanent growth and healing. Don't let this hour pass without allowing God to do the transformative work He is ready to carry out.